Hello, everybody. Didn't show up my face again because it's not that pretty right now to look at it after the surgery. I would like to say thanks for everybody that you guys sent me good emails, encouragement, and wondering about my health. So far, I'm okay for it. And first of all, one announcement. You guys know, if you're subscribers to the channel, that on November 11th, I do a questions and answers. So just guys to know that there's gonna be one coming up on November 11th. We'll do some more announcements and I make some more video about the twin flames for it. But right now it's a time for an astrology. And right now it's a time for the things to look inside of us, things that is going on. And I know a lot of it. It's about a very heavy energy, very rough energy. That's heavy, heavy. I look at it, the energy back 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I went out to look and we had a similar situations back when a lot of the people got awakened and they did not know what to do with it. There was a lot of energy. There was a similar to this, but it wasn't that much heavy. So what makes it heavy right now at the moment? I'm going to show you about it. And by the way, if you need an astrology reading, you can go ahead and connect with me over the Facebook, and we can set the times up for your astrology evaluations as what's going on within you. But right now, it is about times that are dark, times that are very, very dark for it, and there is a reason about it. Last week, if you watched the astrology report, that was the Lilith and the North Node that create that finger of God. What he was with Mars and Venus. It is about the relationship between Mars and Venus and Lilith and your karma, your North Node, the things that you had to do, things that you had to evaluate and evaluation the relationships for it, the things that you hide within the relationships. And that's why it is this first quote: unspoken truth becomes a poison, killing you slowly, painful, until your ego forgotten what it was all about, but your soul still remember absolutely everything. So this energy comes in to remind you that the soul still knows absolutely everything inside of you. It was about you to experiencing the dark, first of all, from others to yourself, but also to look at the darkness inside of you towards others, but also to yourself. So there is a lot of dealings that goes on right now within the darkness. A lot of the dealings that you have to do and dig deep, very, very much deep. And you have to be in this darkness. People ask me, why is the darkness? The darkness is about that the only way you understand is see the light. You have to be in a dark place. The more dark it is, the more clear the light becomes. That is the test of, and that reminds you of what is the right thing, what is the proper thing, what is the things that you did or you did not do. What is your personal evaluations of the darkness that you go in towards others, but also the darkness that you have inside of yourself to yourself, and to shine the light of issues that you have not worked on it. That's what the North Node and this yacht they are continue going. So let me show you the charts of the energy that it's right now and what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this green triangle right here. That is a yacht. Right now, that is the yacht with the moon But as you see it, Mars, who is in Scorpio, that's where the most of the dark energies comes in right now. It is got the yacht pointing out to the North Node, to the karma. And the moon, since it's here, it continues over and over to go ahead and pounding this energy. Lilith, as you see it here, she still has the same towards the moon, and this energy it's crucial for right now. But Mars and Venus as that yacht, that energy, it will be really finding out of your relationship with yourself first and tense with others. Since this is a Scorpio energy, the Scorpio it is about has to do with what is your material engagements with others, how you getting the material stuff within yourself. As you know, your personal material possessions they are in Taurus, but the possessions that you have with other and how you react with others, it's an opposite side. It's in Scorpio, and sometimes we are tending to use others for our own benefits, and that's one of the darknet things that a lot of the people do is they're using others for a personal benefits. And did you look inside of you on those last week? What your energy is about this? What is that parts of yourself that you begin to understand more about this dark times? To remind you, in the universe, it doesn't exist only the light; it also exists the darkness. So you can have a perfect balance of this righteousness, of this proper understanding, what it's the right things. And when you learn from the good experience or the bad experience, you learn from the experience. And that's what these times are. This is the current moment that goes on, and for Monday, as you see, this energy is going to be still in. The moon, it's going to be moved already. It's going to join Venus, and this heavy duty energy of the North Node yacht will be continue going on. This is not a you can't do revaluation of the darkness of others in yourself for one day. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. And this lesson of the new moon that brings in when the moon was joined with the sun and the Mars in Scorpio, it's going to be ending at November 3rd. And you will see how it's going to end for it. Then that is going to be end when there is going to be any more opposition of Mars with Uranus or Uranus, as you pronounce it in different places in the world. What does that mean is that the universe is not anymore is gonna be pounding of this warrior of the dark inside of you. The warrior of the dark is you always to be right, you always to control, manipulate, or force things to happen as your own point of view for it. And that is going to be released on December 3rd, as I said. But what we are going to dealing is that the moon, since it's going to pay into our attention, is we are going to looking at on Monday our love. And what I'm talking about the our love is we are going to focus of the energy that comes from Mars and Venus, and it's going directly from the moon and Venus. It's going to directly in towards the universe. Somehow, some way, the universe, since you're in a so dark place, is going to shining the light. It's going to shining the light in you, and it's going to shine up the light in the people that maybe they did you wrong. It's going to shine the light inside of you what you did wrong to others, but also is going to shine the light of what you did wrong to your own self. So Monday is going to be a very good energy of you to do revaluations of what are you going to do from now on. What did you did and what are you going to do more properly. By the time it's processing with this energy, to remind you that this is happening in Capricorn, where it is all the work within the soul it's needed into the world for it. If you look at the Sabian symbols, you will see this. There is about a manifestation that second, third degree of Capricorn. That is it about soul union. You to bring the energy from heaven down to earth. And it's gonna be kind of like a good energy as long as you're not staying into this anger management of yours towards the universe, and also about Saturn, who is in Aquarius. That triangle here, that red triangle, you moving through those energies, it's going to be heavy, 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 heavy on you until you don't learn about love for it. So on Tuesday, the moon, as you see it, it moves. So let me zoom a little bit more. It's going to be joined Pluto. But the moon in itself, right here, it's going to have a sextile with the sun, and it's going to be conjunct with, it's going to be, I'm sorry, not conjunct, but it's going to be trine Lilith. It's going to remind you about Lilith into the material world. What did you want in this material world? How bad did you want it? What kind of things did you did to get it? Is they were right or they were wrong? And again, this has to do with revaluations within your own self. The moon is going to give you the power of you to look, first of all, going out towards your visions and Neptune and Pisces, who is still retrograde. Also, Neptune has visions of what you did, what did you others did to you to be under this dark place, but also those visions with the sun, and from the sun it comes back into the moon. So this energy it creates the wings of understanding. So there could be a people who's gonna comes in and is gonna tell you, listen, there was a people who did good to you, but what good did you do with them, or how you reacted on that? What did you do about all this? So pay attention to the people around you. What is you gonna be these communications? Since Mars and Mercury, they are in conjunctions. They are together. They're going towards Venus, and that energy, as you see, there is no more yacht with the North Node. The North Node, it's only focused right now in Venus, in the love. She drops that energy in the masculine energy field in Scorpio, just so you can support the spiritual part, as I said, within Venus, about you. So more darkness will comes in because you have to look your limitations, why you don't change, and to look at the new things. The moon is gonna be conjunct Saturn, and our conjunct Saturn is gonna put in our focus on our own limitations. Are we just looking at that we know only one thing? Are we looking at for the new ways? Do we suppressing the change for good? Do we suppressing the light inside of us? Are we really going into this darkness for no reason? You have to understand that the darkness is the unknown, the things that you don't understand, the things that you haven't looked into it. Since joining with Saturn, Saturn is one who keeps the secrets. He's the teacher. He's putting you in these situations who looks bad to you, just so you can understand. Don't do things that you don't want others to do to you. Since it's an Aquarius, it's an air sign, there's gonna be a new way and force you to look inside of you. You're resisting the change, then you're gonna be changed one way or another, like it or not, because this darkness inside of you is gonna be move you out. You have to get out of that possession. But in order you to get out of some place, you have to understand where you are. So you're gonna know where you need to go, and that energy of the day, it's gonna be intense, heavy, but it's gonna make you to move. It's gonna make you to move. So is the moon is gonna move as well, and on Thursday, as you see, it's gonna join Jupiter. Did you learn from the previous day about your growth? Since the moon is gonna join Jupiter, as you see it here, that's only a red triangles pretty much of the energy. But these wings here, as you see the blue wings for it, they're still in force. They still gonna be helping you out. There is an escape. There is a green light in the tunnel, but do you did your job of growing up to let go of these things that create the pain, or you making the pain, or you remove from the people who's giving you a pain, people who brings this darkness in you. And Jupiter is gonna show you the growth for it, because that darkness doesn't help you to grow. And on Friday, the energy is going to be changed a little bit uh, when the moon is going to a Pisces. There is going to be some time for emotions. There is going to be some time for, you know what, I'm sorry. I asked for forgiveness. You know what, I'm sorry. I wasn't good to myself. You know what, I'm sorry. You reacted like this, but I didn't understand why you reacted like this. So it's going to be some times for communications with the masculine part of Scorpio. Mercury and the moon is going to be very in a good position. There's going to be this energy with Venus that comes in with Uranus. As you see it, the North Node, it does not, the karma is not anymore learning. It's time for you to do the actions of emotions, you to express the things that you did not express, or you to say the things that you did and why you did them, what made you do it. And if I'm with you, I can go ahead and sit down with myself in the front of the mirror and be honest to myself, so I can see my own faults inside of me, first for my own self, then my own faults, thoughts about others, and then looking at the faults of others they did to me. Very good inner work, very good energy and time to do it. And Saturday, the moon is going to be joining Neptune. That energy is going to be like, okay, we say the things, we did the things, we got through the things. Now what? Now what? Where should we go from here? What road we have to take for it? As you see, the wings are a little bit more powerful. The blue lines and the visions within the moon, that is going to be very, very powerful through the communications. Mercury and Mars is going to have the vision of the right things. There's going to be some very good energy with Uranus and then with Venus. So all this energy here looks like an infinity sign or wings, as I said. If you getting into that energy flow, that is going to be a very good, helpful time to finish the cycle within Pisces, to let go of everything that you've been into the dark. You to have this time of, okay, well, now I have to take a new road. Now I have to improve myself. Now I have to work on this. Now that I have to address the issues, now I'm gonna need some help. And that energy on Saturday will be very good for this amount of inner work. And on Sunday, the moon, it's gonna get off of that conjunctions with Neptune, and it's gonna begin to entering in Aries. It's gonna be a time for you to do some action work that will be to help the people who, if they need some help, they have to go get a help. If you have issues with anger management, find a way to go get anger management. If you have issues of relationships, go get issues and talk to someone about relationships. If you have issues with that could be a psychology problem, go to a psychologist. Check yourself out. Maybe there's a problem within you or with a problem with the people around you. Go get a help. And that is the time for actions. What actions are you going to do? For some of the people, they're going to be turning into going out, getting into a place, moving out, create some new things, just so that the light that's going to shine, you to go ahead and trust more of the light, more of the things. So, guys, that's what it was, the energy report. The next energy report, we're going to do it next week. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do the 11:11 questions and answers for it. So I hope you have a great time. I hope you're going to do a lot of work on yourself. And guys, remember to be love.